Good evening. Thank you for tuning into Mirror Now. I'm Marti Subramaniam. You're watching The Big Story here. And our top focus this evening is that the Mumbai police has stepped up the heat on some English news channels in the ongoing fake TRP ratings investigation. The Joint Commissioner for Police, Milind Bramre, made a series of stunning disclosures ranging from data manipulation by former BARC officials to the alleged financial links between a particular news channel and the former top brass of the ratings agency. The top cop has revealed that the data was manipulated from 2016 to 2019, especially in the genre of English news channels. He has also showed incriminating emails between top officials of the BARC and read out excerpts allegedly favoring a particular news channel.
That data of 44 weeks beginning mid of 2017 mentions how the viewership and TRP data was manipulated by using three of their methodologies, in which two channels, especially as per the report, two channels are mentioned. How Times Now, which was probably on number one position in the genre of English news then, was thrown on number two position due to manipulation of data, and Republic TV was put on number one.
My colleague Mayuresh Ganpathy has been tracking the story, joins us for more. Mayuresh, for all our viewers, just explain to us where this investigation currently stands, because what we've heard from the Mumbai police is a series of shocking disclosures which effectively show how Times Now, our sister network, was dislodged from the number one position at the behest of Republic TV.
Absolutely, Aarti, and in today's press conference, Mumbai Police made it clear that they have got the audit report from the BARC only. The BARC had got this audit report in somewhere July 2020, and they had basically carried out this report because BARC only had got some kind of complaints, and there was a whistleblower complaint also within the organization. So on the basis of those complaints, they had carried out this audit report, and that audit report mentions that how the BARC officials used to do that, and how Times Now, the sister concern, the sister channel, was on number one, and how it was put down on number two. Also, Mumbai Police, without naming the officials of BARC, they read out some email exchange or the email trails and the conversation between that how the numbers of Times Now were changed globally, and how the numbers of one particular channel were changed in a positive way. So certainly, Mumbai Police is investigating that what was the motive of doing all these things, or the manipulation, and whether there is any money link involved in that. So that they are right now investigating. But yes, what the Milind Bramre, Joint CP, Crime Branch, spoke in the entire press conference, it was based on the audit report which was conducted by the third-party auditors, and this was basically asked by BARC itself.
Okay, Mayuresh, stay with us. We're going to come to you to understand more where this case currently stands. But let's listen into some of the highlights of that very shocking press conference that the Mumbai Police Joint Commissioner CP had made.
Yesterday, we had an important arrest of Mr. Partho Das Gupta, who is the ex-CEO of BARC. He was probably CEO from 2013 to 2019. He was arrested yesterday, and after producing in the court, we've got his custody till the 28th of this month. As per the report, these manipulations have been going on at least since 2016 to 2019. They've analyzed quite a few data, but the data being very huge, they analyzed a data of around 44 weeks in detail, especially about the genre of English news and Telugu news.
Okay, Mayuresh, that was the Mumbai Police Joint CP who was giving us further details. But yesterday, a former top brass official of the BARC was arrested. Just for our viewers, again, bring us up to speed with all the people who have been arrested, interrogated, and are still under the scanner in this particular case.
Absolutely, I did two people, or we can say two officials, top officials from BARC itself. They have been arrested, and as I said, that during this entire press conference, Mumbai Police basically said that BARC itself had ordered an internal inquiry, or we can say they have ordered an audit, and in that audit they have found this kind of irregularity, where they have found the email chats or email conversation between their top management, top officials, where they were talking about rejigging or manipulating the numbers for one particular channel and putting down the Times Now from their #1 position. This fact, these basically, if we see this audit report or whatever what the Mumbai Police has said, it is between 2016 to 2019. This audit agency exactly examine. Also, they examine week by week numbers which BARC used to release every week. So on the basis of that, the comprehensive report was submitted to the agency, to the BARC in July 2020. And while doing their investigation, Mumbai Police is basically carrying out this investigation from past 3 to 4 months about the TRP manipulation. They came across this fact that the BARC had ordered such kind of audit report, and then they asked for this audit report. And after going through that audit report, they saw they basically got these email chats and all these incriminating email chats, which basically Milind Bharambe, Joint CP, Mumbai Crime Branch, he read out few of them, and on the basis of that, they basically arrested the Partho yesterday from Pune district. Also, Aarti, we have been given to understand that the earlier arrest which was made by Mumbai Police, that another top officials of a BARC, he was asked to resign on the basis of this particular audit report.
Okay, Mayuresh, thanks so much for bringing us up to speed with all the latest developments in this case. I want to go across to my colleague and news editor, Tanvi Shukla, who is going to give us a broad overview of the big takeaways from this press briefing.
Yes, Aarti, absolutely. Some of which we heard in the bites that we played out for our viewers from the Mumbai Police, and Mayuresh also mentioned. But just to encapsulate it all together, let's begin with the first point. The interesting point is that while the first FIR was about manipulation of viewership numbers, which is having by bribing households and asking these households to constantly turn on specific TV channels, thereby bumping up their viewership. But it's now gone beyond that. It's now gone to viewership manipulation, which is happening elsewhere as well, and not just within the households, which brings us to the second point as well, because this is where the Mumbai Police says that the ratings were pre-decided, and then everything else was simply manipulated to arrive at that end point. So there was data and viewership, analysis manipulation which is happening along with the BARC officials at the ratings agency level. We'll move on to the third point, which is also again linked to this. All of this manipulation that happened between 2016 and 2019, essentially, when Partho Dasgupta was heading BARC and Romil was actually the COO at that point of time, and all of that helped Republic TV become #1. Remember, Republic TV launched in between this time period, and very quickly they started to claim that they had become the #1 channel with the viewership, and the police says it's because there was manipulation of information and data that was being done, which obviously nobody outside knew. Let's move on to the next point as well, and we'll quickly take you through this. This is the other operative part, as data was manipulated to push up Republic TV, the channel that was already #1 for the longest part, which is Times Now. The Times Now's numbers were manipulated to bring them down, while Republic TV stayed constant. That's exactly what the Mumbai Police said. So they were actually dethroned from #1 and pulled further down. There were other channels also that Mumbai Police name said who lost out, while Republic TV was the one who ended up gaining because of this manipulation. We move on to the next conversation point as well. the cartel between the earlier BARC officials, many of whom have been arrested, including the CEO, the COO, former CEO and former COO of BARC. And of course, there are these mail trails that are now, part of this entire investigation, which show that there was constant communication between Republic TV and these officials for manipulation. All of this happened between 2016 and 2019, and 2019 is when we essentially saw a change in BARC leadership, and thereby in 2020, the investigation really started into what had gone on in this time period. We move on to the next point, the incriminating emails that have been recovered showing manipulation. Essentially, BARC did its own internal investigation in July 2020 and came up with that report. And then the Mumbai police says that there's a lot of evidence there, including these emails that have been retrieved from the servers that show how data was changed, where it had to be changed to benefit only a handful of the channels. And the last point, the eighth big revelation, that the ratings were pre-decided and data was manipulated accordingly. This essentially is the case, Aarti, that Mumbai police is presenting, and there will subsequently be another charge sheet with more details.
Well, that's why data was manipulated, and it was done so by Republic TV in a bid to dislodge Times Now from the #1 slot. We're going to slip into a short break, but plenty more on the other side, so stay tuned. Welcome back. As the farmers' deadlock continues, the Prime Minister today has released over 18,000 crores to more than 9 crore farmers under the Pradhan Mantri Kisan Samman Nidhi scheme. The aid was released as the Prime Minister addressed farmers across 6 countries as part of a mega outreach program. While taking potshots at the opposition for misleading farmers, the Prime Minister has reiterated that the new laws will benefit the farmers. Have a look at the key highlights.
आज जिन राजनीतिक दलों के लोग अपने आप को इस राजनीतिक प्रवाह में, जब देश की जनता ने उन्होंने नकार दिया है, तो कुछ न कुछ ऐसे इवेंट कर रहे हैं, इवेंट मैनेजमेंट हो रहा है ताकि कोई सेल्फी ले ले, कोई फोटो छप जाए, कहीं टीवी पर दिखाई दे और उनकी राजनीति चलती जाए। अब देश ने उन लोगों को भी देख लिया है, ये देश के सामने एक्सपोज हो गए हैं। जो दल पश्चिम बंगाल में किसानों के हित पर कुछ नहीं बोलते, वो यहां दिल्ली के नागरिकों को परेशान करने पर लगे हुए हैं, देश की अर्थनीति को बर्बाद करने पर लगे हुए हैं, और वो भी किसान के नाम पर। हमारी सरकार ने प्रयास किया कि देश के किसानों को फसल की उचित कीमत मिले। हमने लंबे समय से लटकी स्वामीनाथन कमेटी की रिपोर्ट के अनुसार लागत का 1.5 गुना एमएसपी किसानों को दिया। पहले कुछ ही फसलों पर एमएसपी मिलती थी, हमने उनकी भी संख्या बढ़ाई। एमएसपी पर रिकॉर्ड सरकारी खरीद कर रहे हैं। किसानों की जेब में एमएसपी का रिकॉर्ड पैसा पहुंच रहा है। जो आज किसानों के नाम पर आंदोलन कर रहे हैं, वो जब उनका समय था तब चुप मार करके बैठे हुए थे। इन कानूनों के बाद आप जहां चाहे, जिसे चाहे अपनी उपज बेच सकते हैं। मेरे किसान भाइयों बहनों, मेरे इन शब्दों को आप ध्यान से सुनिए। आप मंडी में अपनी उपज बेचना चाहते हैं, आप बेच सकते हैं। आप अपनी उपज का निर्यात करना चाहते हैं, आप निर्यात कर सकते हैं। आप उसे व्यापारी को बेचना चाहते हैं, आप बेच सकते हैं। आप अपनी उपज दूसरे राज्य में बेचना चाहते हैं, आप बेच सकते हैं। आप पूरे गांव के किसानों को एफपीओ के माध्यम से इकट्ठा कर अपनी पूरी उपज को एक साथ बेचना चाहते हैं, आप बेच सकते हैं। तर्क और तथ्य के आधार पर, हर कसौटी पर हमारे ये निर्णय कसे जा सकते हैं। उसमें कोई कमी है तो उसको इंगित करना चाहिए, लोकतंत्र है। हमें सब प्रकार का भगवान ने ज्ञान दिया ऐसा दावा हमारा नहीं है, लेकिन बात तो हो। इन बातों के बावजूद भी लोकतंत्र में अटूट आस्था और श्रद्धा होने के कारण, किसानों के प्रति हमारा समर्पण होने के कारण हर समय किसानों के हर मुद्दे पर चर्चा के लिए सरकार तैयार है। समाधान के लिए हम खुला मन लेकर के चल रहे हैं।
But the Prime Minister's outreach still hasn't done much to end that deadlock, as farmer union leaders have questioned the centre's outreach once again. My colleague Alok Singh joins us live from the Singhu border. Alok, you've been speaking to a number of the leaders there, a number of the farmers who are still camping at the borders. What is the sense that you're getting from them? What are they saying regarding this latest outreach by the Prime Minister?
Yes, absolutely, Aarti. In fact, I am here at the meeting place where the meeting is still going on among the farmers from Punjab. There are 32 unions from Punjab. These are the farmers' unions. They are holding the meeting. However, the national level meeting will be held tomorrow. Right now, I'm being joined by a farmer leader from Kerala, and you are also the core committee member, sir. Sir, just tell us today's Prime Minister's speech, and he has said various things regarding the farmers. What is your take on that? If you just give us a little brief about that.
One thing, he is a ruler. There is no other ruler in the world this much lying on the issues.
Okay.
So you see, there is nobody, no political party supported us.
Yes.
So, Rahul Gandhi was ready to come here.
But you did not allow.
We not allowed.
Okay.
Kejriwal was ready to hear.
Yes.
Come
But
here.
he did not reach to the stage.
We told very clearly, no, we not ready to allow any politician to come in our stage. One thing. Another thing, why we are angry? Though this government is the biggest anti-farmer ruler, he is the Modi. You see, even in case of GSP, Indian General System of Preference Trade, America controlled our import. But what is our government is doing? They are day by day decreasing the our import duty, and they are allowing import.
Okay.
In August, they allowed the import of 10,000.
Okay.
10,000. They allowed the permission for import of 10,000 ton skimmed milk powder.
Okay.
And 5 lakh tons of corn they permitted.
Okay.
So now what is the price of corn in?
Okay, you are talking about MSP and all.
MSP. Now the MSP of corn is 17, but farmers getting only 7 rupees.
7
due to
rupees, okay.
So this is the anti-farmer policies of this government.
Okay. So, what is the status about right now? Because yesterday we saw Agriculture Minister again sent you the letter. That was the second letter, and there is a letters to and fro is happening. What is your take on that? Are you planning to go for the meeting again with the government?
No, there is first we decided that normally in our all meeting, Punjab people, they are the biggest initiators for this agitation.
Correct,
So
correct.
they will decide the course of action first. So now Punjab people are sitting there. Okay. After the Punjab meeting, if it is possible, Samyukta Kisan Morcha, all the groups all India level group will sit here today. Otherwise, it may be tomorrow. We will sit and decide the next course of action.
Okay.
So one thing it is very clear. There is we are not there will not be a talk in the form of amendments.
Okay.
So
you are not supporting amendments. You
want to completely repeal the three.
Repealing of the law. Okay. So you heard, Aarti, that is what the stand is specifically. Yes, they are deliberating that what is their next course of action over the letter which was sent by Agriculture Minister yesterday. So we have to wait and watch what will be the next course of action of the farmers. Back to you.
Well, for now, it appears that the deadlock is continuing because no amendments, only repeals, say the farmer unions. Alok, thanks so much for joining us. We'll keep coming back to you for more. But with that, we're completely out of time on this edition of The Big Story. But remember, you can log into our website, mirrornownews.com, for all the latest news and updates. Follow us on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and Telegram for more.